Have you ever stopped to wonder why animals understand you better than the people in your life? Why their company brings a peace that human connection rarely matches? Why you drop your guard around them when everywhere else you keep it raised? Why being near them feels like returning somewhere you've always belonged, even when the rest of your world feels foreign? Here's something you might not admit openly. Animals provide safety that human bonds frequently fail to offer. Around them, the masks come off. No explanations required. No scripts to follow. No need to conceal your weariness, your tenderness, your silence, or your scars. You simply are, and they remain. Behind this connection lies a profound psychological mechanism, one anchored in how your nervous system, your bonding blueprint, and your emotional architecture formed years before you recognized it. Animals communicate through vibration, not vanity. Through being, not doing. Through instinct, not obligation. People hear with language, but animals perceive with their entire existence. They detect the quiver in your palms, the change in your breath pattern, the weight living inside your quiet moments. Words become unnecessary for understanding. They never misinterpret your inflection. Nothing you do offends them personally. When you developed in surroundings where feelings were unreliable, or where you remained partially invisible, or where your gentleness faced constant misunderstanding, animals transformed into your landing zone. When people cannot deliver steady emotional security, your nervous system hunts for bonding opportunities beyond them towards something stable, something dependable. Perhaps that explains your closeness with them. They stabilize your system. Your pulse finds rhythm. Your breath discovers ease. Your thoughts quit spiraling. Your frame releases its protective layers. Others frequently misjudge you. They label you detached or excessively autonomous or overly reactive or impossibly choosy about intimacy. But difficulty isn't your nature. Discernment is. You've discovered the distinction between forces that deplete you and forces that restore you. Your mirror neurons fire identically to how they function in deeply secure human bonds. Safety arrives because judgment is absent. Understanding flows because they mirror emotional reality instead of social rules. This represents empathy in its most undiluted expression. People typically speak to reply. Animals engage to experience. People frequently attach conditions to affection. Animals offer presence as love. Your closeness to animals doesn't stem from human aversion. It stems from craving connection that registers as protected, uncomplicated, and genuine. You've experienced pain without shattering. You've extended deep care quietly. You've nurtured others beyond their awareness. You recognize that gentleness holds power. Perhaps animals resonate with you because they demonstrate affection you never had to earn. They don't ask you to change to be loved. They don't require you to hide your imperfections. They don't care about your past mistakes. They accept you as you are, not as the world wants you to be. People who feel emotionally safe with animals usually have deeper empathy, higher emotional intelligence, stronger intuition, more so, and a heart that pays attention to the world's quiet truths. You don't connect easily with superficial behavior. You connect with sincerity, authenticity, warmth, presence. Perhaps the spiritual quality emerges there because within their gaze, your tenderness returns to memory. Within their company, your humanity resurfaces. Within their field, you relocate yourself. Animals connect to your soul, not your surface. Why do you feel closer to animals than to most people? Because animals grant you freedom, liberation from performance, liberation from demands, liberation from criticism, liberation from expectations static. Because animals reach your essence, not your exterior. You're not strange for loving animals deeply. You're not broken for trusting them more than people. You're not too sensitive. You're someone who recognizes real connection when you feel it. That quality makes you uncommon, lovely, and profoundly human. Your animal bond isn't frailty, it's fortitude. When you next feel closest to an animal, remember this: they feel close to you too. They choose you too. They trust you too. Within a world drowning in commotion, they perceive the silent reality of your being. That reality deserves affection.